Alright, did episode 122 of Dragon Ball Super live up to the hype? Let's find out. Now to start off, I want to say this episode looked really good. It had some subtle animations there that I was really happy with, because usually you just have a still of a character with the camera kind of panning across their face. This time, there was actually some animations of wind blowing in the world of Void. I guess there's wind in the world of Void. In those shots, you have Goku and his hair is kind of rustling in the wind. It shows Vegeta's gloves and Toppo's mustache. Really cool, like a Mexican standoff kind of thing. And I've been seeing a lot of like pictures and memes of everybody having cowboy hats and everything like that. That's kind of funny, but obviously that's kind of the vibe that was given off during this first initial scene. And so they decide to resize the bleachers because everybody's spread out. You have the angels from the universes and they're all just like by themselves. So they decide to group everybody together, which I think will provide an interesting character interaction among all of the Angels and Universe 7 and 11's teams. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. So after the standoff, we see Goku's footsteps and Jiren's steps, and they're walking toward each other and they just start to square off. And then Goku starts powering up, and I thought it was interesting how they integrated this yellow lightning into his power-up. Like, I'm hoping people don't like misconstrue this as a power-up to Super Saiyan Blue 2 or something like that. I think it's more of a aesthetic choice or an art kind of choice that they made with this particular episode. Maybe they'll do it more in the future too. But I felt like they had a little bit more budget with the animation so they can integrate a little bit more cool looking stuff in the episode. And also during this square off, I was kind of wishing that Goku was kind of out of the fight until now. Like, this would be the moment, okay, my stamina's back, now I'm ready to face off against Jiren. And that would have been kind of cool, but he's been fighting like the whole time since then. He fought up against Galifla Kale, and then Kefla, and then the robots and whatnot. So he's been in the fight this whole time, just not at full power, you know? But that's just me. What do you think? Do you think it would have been better if he was out till now, or do you like it how it is? So another thing I thought was interesting is when Jiren and Goku started fighting, they were almost trading blows. Like, Jiren wasn't handedly defeating him or just like slapping him down into the ground with ease like he did before. So it's like, is Jiren holding back on purpose? What is going on here? But regardless of whether or not Jiren is holding back, we have the best line in the episode. And a slight hint at a little bit of personality for Jiren. And Goku's like, what do you want? Or something like that. And Jiren's like, I seek what lies beyond strength. And Goku says, yeah, me too, more strength. You and me have a lot in common, don't we? It's like Jiren probably didn't mean more strength. He probably meant something a little bit deeper than that. But Goku doesn't understand those kinds of concepts. So he's like, oh yeah, more strength. That's the one thing that I excel at, is getting stronger. So the fight's gonna continue, but Vegeta butts in on their fight. And we cut to Frieza and Dyspo. Now the editing in this is very interesting. It's like, we cut during a cliffhanger. It's like, oh man, what's Vegeta gonna do against Jiren? Cut, cliffhanger. So we got Frieza versus Dyspo, then we cut to Gohan and 17 versus Toppo. And Gohan kind of mentions a callback to the exhibition matches for the Tournament of Power. When Toppo fought Goku, you know, he knows that his arms are dangerous. So he's like, look out for his arms, 17. I think that's both a callback and a foreshadowing of what's gonna happen. I think that Toppo's gonna like grab one of them with his arms or something like that. So otherwise, there's not much point to him actually saying that. So anyway, we now see what Vegeta's gonna do against Jiren, and that is literally nothing. He's hitting him over and over and over again, and Jiren's not even flinching. But he hits Vegeta aside, then Goku jumps in, he hits Goku aside, and it's really cool with the Goku and Vegeta like taking turns attacking Jiren and him just hitting them aside. And when Vegeta's hit aside, he's watching as Jiren does his 1,000 punch technique against Goku, and Goku's blocking them. And we see Vegeta witnessing this 1,000 punch technique, and when he goes up against Jiren, Jiren tries it against him. And because he saw Jiren's movements, he's able to kind of predict in a way and dodge through, breaking through his defenses and punches him right in the freaking gut. And it's awesome seeing Jiren's expression in this. He's completely shocked. And Whis is like, oh, he's trying to obtain Ultra Instinct. I'm like, maybe he is. I mean, he tried it before with facing Jiren. That might be the point to him fighting Jiren, because he wants to push himself farther and maybe push himself to a new level. And that's kind of how it works. Is like, the best way to go to a new level is to fight somebody so much more powerful than you are. So he gets a punch on his gut, and now Vegeta's attacking and Jiren is blocking his attacks, or feels the need to put up his defenses, because before he was just standing it there and letting Vegeta wail on him. So I'm like, okay, Vegeta punched it up a notch. So Vegeta is attacking him, and he says something that interested me. He says, you were faster and stronger when you were fighting Kakarot. Now when he said this, I thought, okay, he's talking about when Jiren fought Ultra Instinct Goku, and I'm thinking, well, obviously, because if he was that strong at that level of power, he could probably just one-shot you. Because realistically, it doesn't make a lot of sense that Vegeta's putting up any fight at all against this guy when he took on this massively powerful spirit bomb by looking at it. So I'm thinking, okay, either Jiren is holding back a lot, which is probably the case, or there's something going on with Jiren's power. Like, we're getting a hint at his weakness. Like, yeah, he can output a massive amount of power, but he has a very limited amount of it. So that's kind of what I thought initially. Okay, Jiren put out too much power against Ultra Instinct Goku, so now he's a lot weaker than he was then, and that's why he needed to meditate after that. So what do you guys think? Do you think he's just holding back because it's Vegeta, because he doesn't need to output so much power, or do you think it's a weakness that he has and is legitimately weaker? But regardless of which it is, Vegeta still gets the crap bashed out of him and blasted towards the edge of the stage. Now this was pretty epic here. We got this blast pushing Vegeta, and you could see the nice tension in here, struggle against this overwhelming power, in his struggle trying to, overcome it before he gets blasted out of the stage. But like I said earlier, with the editing in this episode, he's getting blasted toward the edge of the stage, but all we see is a massive explosion and cut to Frieza and Dyspo, leaving this cliffhanger here. What happened to Vegeta? But okay, Frieza and Dyspo. I'm actually really excited for this matchup here, and I really love what they're doing with it so far. Although I'm finding it strange that Frieza is still in his base form. I think it would be a much better fight, and I actually feel that Frieza would probably defeat Dyspo fairly easily if he just went golden. But anyway, Dyspo's doing the after image technique. Frieza's like, haha, I have a tail, you weren't expecting that. And Dyspo's like, so what, you have a tail, like that's my advantage too. And he starts running, dragging Frieza along with him. Freaking awesome. And then bashes his face into the wall, running along the wall, grinding his face into it. Really good stuff. I'm looking forward to more of that fight. And I'm hoping that Frieza will go golden, although who knows with Frieza, he's kind of a wild card. But then we get some more cool stuff with Toppo and 17 Han. Really good looking Kamehameha here from Gohan, but it does nothing to Toppo. He just like waves the clouds out of the air and they're shocked. So looking forward to that fight. That's gonna be really awesome in the future. So now we cut and get an answer to the cliffhanger from before. Vegeta survived the blast, but he's super beat up. And Jiren's like, you're never gonna beat me. Your punches or attacks are arrogant. And Vegeta's like, you don't know me, man. My pride as a Saiyan is my arrogance, and that is where I can pull more power from. You'll see in a second. Starts charging up a Final Flash. Really cool looking stuff here. And we get some more of that yellow lightning from Super Saiyan Blue. And he's like, I'm my own man. Kakarot can keep his Ultra Instinct, whatever, I don't need that. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I'm kind of glad that he's kind of resolved to this instead of Goku got Ultra Instinct. Now Vegeta has to get Ultra Instinct too. That would be cool and all, but narratively, I'm kind of glad that Vegeta is taking this step to say, I don't need to do this. I can do my own thing and be my own person, do my own power-ups, bring out my own power, kind of like Gohan decided. I don't need Super Saiyan stuff. I have this ultimate power that I can just bring out and be my own person, be my own power-ups, and do my own thing. So I find that interesting. I like it. Although it would be cool if Vegeta got Ultra Instinct as well. So, I don't know, we'll see what they do in the future with that. And he also has the line of, I can't forget who I am, and I'm thinking that's hinting toward Goku kind of letting his body do the talking for him, and Vegeta's like, heck no, man. I'm not throwing away my pride to let my body do my thinking for me. Maybe that's what he's saying. Who knows? How do you guys interpret that? Let me know in the comments. So he's charging up, and everybody's surprised for some reason that he's getting stronger and more power. Yeah, he's powering up more and charging up an attack. That's what usually happens when you charge up an attack. You get stronger. And as is true to the character so far, Jiren is gonna just stand there and take the blast. Vegeta's like, okay, just stand there and take the blast, you know? So he's charging up and then blasts it. But I thought it was really cool how Jiren put up his guard to block it instead of just standing there and taking it, you know? Kind of shows how powerful this attack is. But it might be a nitpick. It was too short. Like, it showed a few angles of the blast and then it was over just like that. At least with the final flash against Cell, there was a little bit more drama to it. It really lets you sink in the blast. You see it from Earth, how big and epic scale it is. This one, it just shows, although it was cool looking, it just shows it firing past the bleachers. So although cool, I did feel that it was a little bit short. And then Vegeta, as arrogant as he is, starts laughing because he sees Jiren laying down on the ground and he's like, haha, I beat him. And I'm like, are you serious, dude? You know he's not beaten. Why are you laughing? This always happens. Why are you shocked that he's not beaten? But I do like the revelation and how the camera work was in this. Vegeta laughing and then shocked. You see his shocked face. And then the camera pans down. Oh my god! Jiren has him with a blast right to his freaking gut. Really cool revelation there. And that's it. Like, Jiren wins. God of Destruction-esque sphere of destruction energy freaking ripping Vegeta to shreds. It was really similar to the sphere of destruction energy in episode 95 with Frieza and Goku both being trapped in the sphere of destruction energy. Really similar to that. Really cool stuff. And Vegeta's done for. Just falls down to his knees, pretty much knocked out. And that's where it ends. Preview for the next episode doesn't look that great, gotta be honest. Maybe they will brush it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better, but the highlights of this preview are these blue specks on the ground around Jiren. I'm wondering if that's like kind of a secret to Jiren's power and his like awareness or speed kind of thing, or if it's like some sort of technique that Goku's trying against him to see if he can make a dent in this guy or something like that. But another highlight of this is Vegeta awakens power beyond Super Saiyan Blue. Very interesting. And we get this shot of Vegeta and Goku. Vegeta looks a little bit different, almost similar to his Super Vegeta form in Dragon Ball Z when he fought Semi-Perfect Cell. His hair is a little bit bigger. I could be thinking a little bit too into this because we know that, like I said before with the yellow lightning, it could be just more of an aesthetic thing, like Vegeta's just powering up more. He's able to bring out more power, which is the point to him fighting Jiren in the first place, was for him to bring out more power. Now, it could be that, or he could legitimately be accessing Super Saiyan Blue 2. We won't know until the episode airs, but I kind of am hoping that it's not like a new kind of form kind of thing. Because I feel like that'll just be an ass pull. Similar to Ultra Instinct being an ass pull. Okay, they were beaten and then they're not. You know what I'm saying? How would you guys think about this? If he has Super Saiyan Blue 2, do you like that more or do you like it less? Right now I'm leaning on the side of not liking it that much, although it would be really cool and badass. So did the episode live up to the hype? I think it was exactly what it needed to be. I think it served to set up some things that are gonna happen in the future, probably. And also with Vegeta versus Jiren, I feel that played out exactly how it should have been. Like, Vegeta didn't get bodied, he didn't look like a chump, he looked like a badass. I feel like that's exactly what it should have been. Him being a badass, but still losing because it only makes sense. With that being said, I hope you guys liked the video, I hope you liked the review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for watching and take it easy.